What's going on, Raiders? Duelim here, and today we're going to be talking all about the Fragment Summon event for one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We're also going to be talking about a Sacred Shard event that just started today, so if you're ready, let's get into it. But first, make sure you're clicking that download link or scanning the QR code to get Karato Fox Hunter. The second you start the game, an amazing legendary nuker. At level 10, you're going to be getting Tagore, an amazing epic support character. At level 20, you're going to be getting Fane, who's got some incredible turn meter steal, as well as some pretty crazy damage. And then at level 30, you're going to be getting Vergus, who's a defense-based champion, to help keep your other characters alive. And then, this is super important, day number 1 within the first 24 hours of making your Raid Shadow Legends account. Type in promo code Monkey King to get Sun Wukong, one of the best free legendaries they have ever given. And if you're on iOS, make sure you're clicking a different link in the description to type in any promo codes. All right, we've got Donatello's Fragment event. That's right, he is going to be the fusion. So right now, we're going to have that running. We also have the Michelangelo chase. You're getting Michelangelo for free, and then Donatello is going to be a Fragment Summoner. You see the offers coming in already. Amazing, 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 because we're going to need to open up some shards for him. But that is going to be in a later video, so let's go over all of the events for Donatello's Fragment event. So, whoa, check it out. We're running a series of events and tournaments where you can earn fragments to summon a turtly awesome, brainy, and super smart legendary champion, Donatello. Donatello is a legendary support magic and lizardmen. What's really good about this is going to help people with Faction Wars, because this is going to be a really solid Lizardman team, and I think this is going to help out a lot in Faction Wars for people, because I've heard this is one of the harder sections, just because it's not as good offerings as the other sections are when it comes to this. So pretty excited for this. If you're interested in discovering more about Donatello's backstory, about his time in Teleria, check out his champion lore in game. To get Donatello, participate in events and tournaments to collect fragments from the following places. So right now, we do have a champion training event that just started. We also have a Dungeon Divers event that is going right now. We also have a champion chase tournament, and we also have an Ice Golem tournament. I wish these were in order, like chronological order, but they're not, and it bothers me because it's so annoying to keep track of everything. But currently, there are 4 events running, if I'm not mistaken. I think there's Ice Golem running, then there's the Champion Chase tournament running, then there's Dungeon Divers and Champion Training event. Yeah, so there's 4 running right now. So the way you're going to unlock this is 100 shard fragments, right? So you're getting 100 fragments total, gets you the unlock. And you see the fragments on the right-hand side at the end here of the description. It tells you how many fragments you're getting per event. So for the first one, for the Summon Rush for August 29th through September 1st, which is actually the last one, is 15 fragments. And then a Champion Training event, 10 fragments, 5. You get the idea, right? Now, if you see these little plus 10s in parentheses here, these plus 10s mean that you have the 10 coming from being in first place in the tournament. So this is not something you should bank on. So these are 20 points you should not focus on banking on here. So for this fragment event, the Champion Training Tournament and the Champion Chase Tournament will reward 5 extra fragments to players who finish in either first or second place in the leaderboard. If the player that finishes first in the Champion Training leaderboard is level 41 or above, they will receive 10 extra fragments instead. If the player that finishes first in the Champion Chase Tournament is level 31 or above, they will also receive 10 extra fragments instead. So that's where that 10 comes from, on the right-hand side here of these tournaments for Champion Chase and Champion Training Tournament. If you're able to get lucky and maybe get to the top of those, hey, that's not bad, right? Nothing wrong with that. So, players can earn up to a total of 130. Remember, you only need 100, but you can get up to 130 champion fragments. But remember, 20 of these are coming from these tournaments, so I don't even count those. I don't even look at those because there's no point. I don't see a point. So let's just look at it as 110 champion fragments. If they get top the leaderboard, so you can choose which events and tournaments you could take part in. Events and tournaments start and finish for everyone at the same time in game. So right now is the Champion Chase Tournament. So right now we have the Champion Chase Tournament running from the 22nd to the 25th. And then that's going to give 15 fragments. So you'll see the Champion Chase Tournament, which requires shards, and the Summon Rush event, which also requires shards, is going to give 15 fragments each. You cannot skip either of these unless you place in the top in one of your tournaments. So you're going to need to open enough for both of these, and this is going to be a requirement. Now, that's going to give you 30 right there. We still have 10 to play with. And technically, what you could do is skip 2 of the Dungeon Divers events because those are a lot of energy and those are very, very difficult to max out, at least for me. So normally, those are going to be the ones that I end up skipping out on because of those are a lot of energy and a lot of resources to be able to get through those. The only caveat with those is with the Dungeon Divers, there's always a coinciding tournament with it, whether it's Dragon, Ice Golem, or Fire Knight. So what you guys need to do is, if you have the opportunity to be able to have enough energy and you're going to be doing the Dragon Tournament, Ice Golem Tournament, Fire Knight Tournament, you might as well double dip with Dungeon Divers, right? You might as well. Here, I'm going to slide over so I'm a little bit out of the way. And now my green screen is off. There we go. All right. And so you might as well double dip, right? And that's kind of where I'm at right now. So I think I'm going to end up doing the double dipping right now. So right now we have Ice Golem and we have the first Dungeon Divers. And then when Dragon starts, a day after Dragon starts, the Dungeon Divers 2 starts. And then Fire Knight starts on the 28th. A day after that, Dungeon Divers 3 starts. So whenever these tournaments start, wait a day so you could double dip because they count for the same points, right? Now, that still leaves us 10 fragments. We could always look at the gear enhancement events. 5 fragments, 5 fragments, 5 fragments. There's 3 of them. Maybe you skip 2 of these, right? Because we're definitely not going to skip the classic arena takedowns. Those are super easy. That's the place to max out 100%. We could end up skipping the Spider Tournament. If you want to, you could, because for the Spider Tournament here, there's not going to be a Dungeon Divers running because I guess the last day the Dungeon Divers runs, so maybe the last Dungeon Divers day, you do have 2 tournaments. So you have the Fire Knight and the Spider Tournament going, so maybe you can max both of those while that's running and get that one, and then maybe skip Dungeon Divers 1 and 2, or if you're low on silver, you could skip 1 or 2 of the gear enhancement events as well. I have a lot of silver right now. I'm sitting at what, like 56 million? I'm sitting at a lot of silver right now. So I think I'm okay when it comes to those. So I think I'm just going to min-max it to start off and then work from there and see what resources I start running low on. Obviously, shards are going to be a big one. But right now, we do have these Sacred Shard bonuses. So we've got my 2 favorite bonuses for Sacred Shards, right? We've got the 2x chance of Legendary Champions, and we also have Targeted Champion Boost, and we have to check the summons for this, obviously. This is going to be April O'Neil, and this character is pretty great just because of the increased ally speed in arena by 28%. That's pretty great. That's, you know, on par with Sun Wukong. That's pretty awesome, right? So be very, very aware of this. What I'm going to do is I am definitely going to pull shards for this, obviously, because we have to. We are going to be doing both of these summon events, so that's going to be coming in an upcoming video, probably my next video, honestly. So we'll be able to see how lucky I get. I'm very interested to see. Right now, you see I got an auto battle running. I'm going to move it over so you can see it. I'm 3 out of 55. I just started on the Ice Golem tournament. We also have the gear enhancement event, champion training event, but right now I am focusing on the Ice Golem tournament that is going on right here, focusing on that right now, and there's also a Dungeon Divers going on. So we've got 3 events. We also have, 2 tournaments going on. We got a lot of stuff starting on the first day, and then tomorrow we've got a classic arena takedown starting right away. So a lot of stuff is going on right now. Make sure you're keeping up with it. Make sure you're staying on top of it. Get your calendars out. Make sure you're planning for this because you're not going to want to miss this team at all. You saw my release yesterday regarding this team and how insane they look. I'm so excited. This team looks amazing. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you're clicking that download link below or scanning that QR code. Get started off the best way possible and start earning yourself some free Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Until next time, this has been Duelim. Later, Raiders.